Okay. Um, it's officially been a week since I started these recording things. Uh, Not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tired of doing these. Mostly because there's like a tension in what I want to have with these. Uh, It's mainly just that I'm not exactly pushing myself when making these recordings. Most of the time they're just like really low effort, and you don't grow that way. Like, say for example, one of the things I have to achieve is to be more like clear with my points. But if I just record random videos every day, sure, I might get slightly better, but you really have to focus on like listening back on your recordings, making a mental note, and just being aware of like how to make your points more clear. You can't just do it randomly because there's like so many different things that I hope will like not exactly be achieved, but like I felt like these videos would work me towards a bunch of different things, but you really have to like be aware and focused on the things you want to achieve. But when there's like a lot of things, you can't exactly do that. Okay, yeah, I'm just blanking out. Um, I guess we'll do three things today. I think that went good today. I studied. Wow, amazing. Yeah, I met some guy online, and then we did some study together. That was good. We also went to have Yoshi. Yoshi's is actually like the ice cream. Ever since I moved to uni, the ice cream has been actually so good. Like I had Anita in the first few weeks, and then I know Yoshi's yogurt, not ice cream, but like same thing. It's also really good. So that was cool. I did like a ton of study for physics. Went through the content and then did a bunch of practice problems. Tomorrow I'll do some past papers. Hopefully I'll be able to ace them because I heard from friends that have already done the exam like earlier in the week that if you can ace the past papers, you'll be fine. That's cool. One thing that could have gone better, honestly, it's 3 a.m. right now. I know I always record these videos late, but last night I had a decent sleep, and so there really should be no reason why I'm going to sleep this late. So that's one thing that could have gone better. Should have gone to sleep earlier. One thing I'm excited for tomorrow. Um, guess info workshop. Be able to chat with my friends there. That's cool. Be able to flex that I got top 10 in the Carol challenge, whatever. Okay, cool. That's that out of the way. So what happened today? I mostly just studied today. I went to the bean time as well. That was cool. I missed the free coffee because I arrived too late. Whatever, that was fine. And other than that, it was just study. I studied from 3 to 12. Of course, I had like breaks in between, but Still a lot of study. Um, I guess I'll talk a bit more about how I'm feeling right now. These reflections really shouldn't be focusing on like what happened. I should be focusing on what emotions I felt during the day. It's just that it's so much easier to recount what happened because it's uncomfortable to like confront your emotions. Uh, Overall satisfaction, fine. I can't complain because I need to study for my physics midterm. It's not like I can focus on other things. How about in terms like for the past few weeks, I guess. I've said this like a million times, but these videos must be so boring to watch. Maybe next reflection, I'll like jot down dot points on what I'm going to say beforehand, just so there's not like just endless emptiness between what I say. To be honest, I don't really get how people like talk deeply without a ton of pauses in between their sentences. Like casual conversations, like from whatever. But like, say you're in a debate or something, never really understood why. It was like this quick fire thing, like quick responses, rather than giving time for each side to respond. I mean, I kind of get why, because just like with human language in a way, you can always just deflect points. And if you give someone time, you're giving them time to just like deflect blame or deflect the entire point of your argument. But like, also kind of sucks because then, then you don't really get time to consider like the countless viewpoints. Mhm. And then back onto how I was like how I'm feeling for the past few weeks. I guess it's always just actually yeah, it's probably been meaningless. I think that's the best way to describe it. Not lost, meaningless. Like just don't like what's the like I'll do stuff, right? Like sure I'll have fun with I'll talk with friends, I'll like make friends, I'll like go out to activities, I'll like do whatever. And then like afterwards afterwards I always felt with like a sense of meaningless, like th those events that happened in the past, like and then something happens and then my life immediately goes back to the status quo and it feels like I have to continuously seek out stuff to do before my life returns to the status quo and it just makes every single activity feel so meaningless, like nothing's leading to anything. Like the only one not so meaningless thing I guess is study. But like that's the one thing I'm good at and it's kind of like I can really quite easily just lock myself up and do nothing but study. But like eventually that will become meaningless too. If I don't enjoy myself, like what's the point in getting good grades? Okay. I know one thing I am going to use this reflection for is to fix my sleep schedule. Mm. The current philosophy I'm like sort of working under is like all these books, movies, TV shows, like a lot of just media in general, overly romanticizes this sense of they overly romanticize emotion basically. Like maybe I just haven't experienced anything exciting, but your day-to-day life, it's mostly about commitment, like showing up, doing the stuff, and then going home and sleeping. It's not about like making every day, utilizing every day to its fullest, like being like satisfied, fulfilled every day. It's just about making sure you are making progress. And only after like months or years of doing this can you look back and actually be satisfied. Like, although like in a movie, say, you'd have the main character have this giant revelation or something, or like have some deep emotion. I just kind of like humans in real life can control their emotions pretty well. Like, no, you'd be hard pressed to ever find an emotion that overwhelms you. Maybe some of you have, if you have, that's good for you, but at least for me, especially with how much, how good I think I am at like suppressing my emotions, I feel like I need to, like, I still need to listen to them, but like, I need to understand that living a, like, the concept in my mind of like this happy, like, joyful, blissful experience. Like there's ups and downs, and like ultimately you look back and like this is great. Like it's always a lot more mundane than you think. But the most important thing is just uh like showing up every day. And so my goal for the next week is to fix my sleep schedule. I need to make these incremental changes. Yeah. Starting first with sleep because sleep is like one of the most important things. There's it can like fix a lot of things. So yeah, in terms of how I'm gonna fix my sleep schedule, that's a good question because it's really easy to like stay at university until like 12 or 1 a.m. studying. And so if that happens, I need when I get home, I need to like immediately begin my nightly routine, which can be difficult because when I get home, I'm tired from the whole day and oftentimes just like relax. And then an hour or two goes by before I begin to think about sleep. So for those days, my goal, okay, for the days where I come home late from university, my goal will be to do these recordings immediately. Because I also think I've been doing these recordings too late. I always done them like right before I go to sleep. I just don't think that's healthy at all because I procrastinate doing these recordings. And so I procrastinate going to sleep. But no, I think I should, even if the day hasn't fully ended yet, I should do these recordings when they're most convenient, not like before sleep when it's like going to delay my sleep. As for the days when like I come home a bit earlier, like maybe I cook dinner here. I don't really know why why I go to sleep so late on those days. It just kind of happens. But like, how would I fix it? Uh, I can't just say go to sleep earlier. I guess I guess for those days I'll try to do these recordings at 12 a.m. No, that's still kind of bad for my sleep, but compared to like what it is right now, 12 a.m. is exceptionally early. Okay, so that's the goal. For days where I come in later than 12 a.m., do these recordings immediately, and I'm hoping then I'll just begin to do my nightly routine. Otherwise, do it at 12 a.m. Cool. That's the first step to fixing my sleep schedule. Yeah. I guess one more thing I'm gonna talk about is like that thing about suppressing my emotions. Maybe this is just like I don't know, maybe this is just some neurological disease or like I'm neurodivergent or whatever, but like I feel like emotions are like you have to be told what an emotion is in order to feel an emotion. Like, say for example, anger, right? I don't ever really feel angry at anything. Like, like I've met like some really bad people in the past, but none of them made me feel angry because like I don't know, stuff just happens. Like for me to get angry is like for me to care about that thing and like if I meet something bad or like something that makes me angry, I can instead of getting angry, I can just like not care. I can disassociate with it. And like this doesn't really link at all to my point about having to be told what emotions. Like I really do not know how to describe it. Like, a lot of the times I just like Anything to do with I don't know what to think about so many situations. A lot of the time, I really feel like I'm just a blank canvas or whatever. Like, information will enter my brain, and then for a normal person, it's like, because they've lived their whole life, like, they care about certain things, they don't care about others, they want things. When that information enters their brain, it interacts with their, like, wants and their like, oh, what's the word? Not like their psyche. They're like their values, I guess. It interacts with their values. And then out comes like their emotional response. But for me, it was like information just enters my brain, and then it's just like my brain's like, okay, information accepted. And then I just like don't have a response because it's like I don't feel anything about that piece of information. It just exists by itself. Like all of the things that like society values or whatever. It's really just me being telling my brain over and over, like, this should be that way, or I should feel this way about that thing. Not because I actually feel an emotion when, like, not because I actually feel an emotion about bad things. It's just that I've been told that uh, that's what's bad. And so when that piece of information enters my brain, it's like my brain processes it not as an emotion, but like, okay, there's that thing. I've been told that thing is bad. Therefore, I should act as if it's bad. I won't give any examples because obviously I'm saying that if I give an example of a bad thing, I'm like, I don't really think it's that bad. That makes me seem like a bad person. Like, obviously, I can tell good from bad. I just don't feel anything about it. Yeah, and because of this, it's been like, if I ever do feel something, it's always been so easy to suppress it. Like, I can just disassociate with something if I don't like it. And of course, sometimes you really shouldn't be disassociating from emotions. Like, during these reflections, there's definitely a lot I miss out on every day. Like, like emotional wise, things I should be reflecting about my emotions. But, like, I experience a little bit of regret during the day or something. Like, I immediately push it away, like, because it's so easy to just disassociate with it. And then when it comes time for these recordings, I just like, I don't remember it. Maybe I should keep like a little journal, just to record like those little emotions I feel throughout the day, just so I can like really start to break the habit of like pushing everything away. But at the same time, we're all human. Like everyone experiences bad emotion. Everyone suppresses some things. Like there's a really fine line between what I should be between what I should be reflecting on and like what is just natural to not think about. Yeah. I think that's all for today's reflection. I feel like I actually got to say some things that were actually worth reflecting about, unlike other ones where I just was spewing random things about the day, not actually like thinking deeply. Yeah. And then today's photo is a picture of a crane that I made like a few minutes before because I had like nothing else to take a photo of. Um, yeah. So I need to like create a backlog of. I don't even know why I take these random photos. I just that like slightly more interesting if there's a paper crane on screen than just a blank screen. So that's why I have these. I need to create like a backlog of things to take photos of because then I continue this for a whole year. That's 365 items that I need to take photos of, and I don't know if they even 365 unique items like in the room right now. Why so I have to figure that out. Obviously, not all of them will be of items. Like I had that one video, which is the night sky. So I might just take photos of random things throughout the day, use those. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I should go to sleep now.